YouTube, what's good, y'all boys? It's your boy, Let's Take It, y'all. I am back with another talk video, another topic video, whatever you want to call it, y'all. Another learning, educational video. In today's video, today's video, man, we back to it. Y'all already know what it is, man. Listen, I had a little bump in the road with like uploading and stuff. For some reason it was like hard for me to do it on my phone. I had to like use like a whole other phone. Shit was crazy. It is what it is though. This is what comes with certain things. That didn't stop me from still figuring out how to upload, so I'm glad about that. And I got my shit back working again, so that's also good. But yeah, yo, hope everything is good. Hope y'all, for me, had a productive day. Whatever time you're watching this video will probably be up probably in the afternoon or something. But hope all is well, y'all. I hope all is very much so well. I'm doing all right, you know. We chilling, staying strong. But yeah, YouTube. The topic of today's video is strike while the iron is hot, y'all. This is an old saying that people obviously used to say. If you haven't heard this saying already, basically the meaning of strike while the iron is hot is basically to just perform and to take advantage of the right now. Meaning while you have the time, while you have the chance, while everything is in place for what it needs to be, utilize that time to make your moves and plan out your steps and things like that. Instead of waiting till it cools down and then you try to strike because the iron is not hot, man. Strike while the iron is hot, while everything is hot right now, while you have the time. Do it as soon as possible. Many opportunities that we can miss on a day-to-day basis, how many things that we could say that we have done or at least tried. When you really look back and realize that all the things that, don't you guys ever like go back and like think like, damn, if I would have started this, like, you feel me, like 2 years ago, like where would I have been now? Like, and this is why I genuinely preach this idea, because I always do that. I'm always like, man, if I would have known this, or if I would have started this a few years back, maybe 1 or 2 years back, or, you know, even like months, maybe like 2 months back, where would I have been? Like, how much would have been different? How much would I have changed about myself? Like, and I'm tired of thinking like that, yo. Like, I don't like thinking like that. I don't like regretting or like wishing I would have did something, you know. Obviously there's nothing you could do about it. It's in the past. But what you can do now is take more steps to look for more opportunities and start the thing that you've been wanting to start now. Like, and because in most case scenarios, if you say I'm waiting till I'm ready, or I'm just trying to prepare myself or get ready, you'll never get ready. You'll never be ready in most cases. In most cases, you just have to start and kind of just do it and get that experience first, which is why I say strike the iron while it's hot. So if you know that, you know, you have something that you should get out the way or try to knock out the way, and just do it, you feel me? Like, instead of just, you know, waiting till that heat cools down and everything is just back to the way it was. Get the things done that need to get done. Get those things out the way. It's like, if you know that you have this like once in a lifetime opportunity or something to do, the chance to start something, or, you know, take this opportunity, striking the iron while it's hot, and just taking advantage of the present now instead of trying to put it off and wait, is probably the best thing that we could all try to do better. And a lot of times when you do have this opportunity coming your way, or you have something that, you know, you need to take and really try to utilize and take advantage of, you're going to need, obviously, to be quick on it and act quickly on your feet and really, you know, move quick and efficiently with how you're doing it. In most cases, these opportunities can go by fast. You know, if it's a person that is trying to help you or give you some type of mentorship or something like that, a lot of people are gonna just wait for you, you know, all the time. They'll give you this chance. They'll give you like this small little window for you to show your real, like, dedicate your real, like, if you really care. Like, they'll give you a small window to show that you really care. And you know, obviously, if they're calling you and texting you and trying to, like, you know, make sure that you're staying on it, they can't babysit you. You know what I mean? You have to really want to do it yourself as well. So a lot of times being quick on it and like just responding quickly and really just taking these opportunities quickly and not wasting time and waiting and, you know, putting stuff off or trying to like do other things that are less important first. Focus on the important stuff, man. If you have something that you're trying to build and you get this opportunity, don't just try to put it off for another time, you know, because you're doing something that's, you know, less important or something that you could just do later. Do the things that obviously are going to be more important for now. And, you know, it's really about just planning your time out and your days and, you know, how you're going to just say, like, okay, I'm going to do this because I know that there's like a small window that is opening for me to, you know, do this opportunity, take this opportunity. So since it's such a small window, let me just knock it out while I can, right? And not try to like put it off for another time. We obviously all know that time waits for no man. Time is of the essence. Time is, you know, really all that we have. And time is something that's weird because we have a lot of time but no time at the same time. So obviously managing your time right and your timing, like I said, like I made videos on this before, like your timing with certain things on how you do things, the speed that you do things, the time that you get things done, you know, the time management that you have. All these are factors for opportunities like this and taking opportunities that are coming to you. Making sure that you are planning out your time correctly, and you know, this will help you a lot with like time management and things like that. And you know, when you're given these opportunities or chances to, you know, obviously start your thing and do what you need to do, taking that opportunity, of course, is obviously going to be the right choice, but it's about the time that you do it, the time frame that you're doing this. Like I said, you're always gonna have like a small window. Think of it as like a small window of time that you really have. Even if it's not a small window, even if you have like a week, it's really like what I really would like try to do is just knock it out, do it so that I can focus on other things with, you know, this thing. So I'm not just like putting stuff off, trying to do other things that are less important that I could just do later, when I could just do this thing now, knock it out, finish what I have to do, and now I can work on other things for this opportunity, and now I can, you know, make sure that everything else is good. But it's at first you have to be able to take that opportunity and utilize it when you get the chance. Strike while the iron is hot. When that opportunity is given to you, it's given to you at that time for, I feel like, a specific reason, you know. Obviously, when it comes, this is the time that you should use it. This is the time that you should take to start it, use it, get familiar with it, figure out what you got to do depending on your situation and what that opportunity might be, right? So if you are going to like strike while the iron is hot and really, you know, take advantage of the right now and the opportunities that you have now, this comes with, obviously, like I said, like just the quickness that you're gonna focus on getting it done, and it's gonna take all of your focus and a lot out of you to just be able to just be focused on this one thing. Obviously there's other things that, you know, you're thinking about or paying attention to, but to really put all your focus and effort into this one thing when it comes is going to be the most helpful thing to really make the best out of what you're given, you know. So it's going to obviously take all that focus. Now you're going to have to focus means that you're going to just be locked in on this thing. So if you have to put things aside, or not put things aside, but like be able to just make that, like it's that time management, be able to just make time for this thing specifically so that you are able to work on this thing that you're doing and do your other stuff that you obviously have to do later, but focusing on what you are doing right now, you know. Now I feel like the next step, or kind of like the next thing that goes along with this quote, is obviously maintaining these opportunities, maintaining the things that you have started, and what you can do to like obviously maintain these things. So obviously when you start this opportunity, or when you are taking advantage of that opportunity, you have to maintain it, you know, for it to grow, for it to be what it can really be, you know what I mean? So if this is like an opportunity to make some money, or some long-term money, or even some short-term money, you got to be able to maintain it or replicate it. If it's like for short term, if it's long term, you got to be able to obviously maintain it, and if it's like shorter term, to replicate it and do it again, so that you can then make more money. But in most cases, it might be a long term something that you have to do, so maintaining it comes with a few things. One of the biggest things that I've learned myself is to follow up, right? So damn, this is like something that I always struggled with doing, was following up. So like I'll do the first step, right? Like I'll open up my mouth, I'll speak, I'll ask for what I want, or you know, if it's an opportunity, I'll take that. You know, I always have that first step down, but it's about following up. So this is one thing that I really wanted to speak on. I think that is very important, is following up, y'all. Follow up with a text, an email, a call. You know, obviously there's millions, hundreds of ways that you can, I said millions, hundreds of ways that you can like follow up with like people and stuff like that. You can, you know, go see them, call them, text them, email them, but always be sure to follow up on these people, right? Make sure that you are showing that you care. And if like someone's giving you a chance to prove yourself, someone's giving you a chance to do something, you want to, you know, show them that you care, show them that you actually give a fuck about what's going on, and this is something that is important to you. You know, if they don't see that coming off you, if they don't see that energy from you, if they see that you're like focused on like, you know, whatever else that you're doing, and or like, you know, you don't really care too much, they're not going to want to help you. Whatever you're doing is not going to fully work. It's not going to maintain itself. You have to maintain it. It's like, think of it as like anything else in life. Like if you have like obviously like a house, a property, you have to maintain this house. You have to make sure that, you know, the grass is cut out front, the garbage is out, the bills are paid, lights are on, you know, there's food in the fridge, whatever. Like it's about maintaining it, right? Like think of it as these things, you know. So if you're given this chance, if someone's giving you this opportunity, this chance to prove yourself to them, don't let them down by not following up and, you know, not being consistent with what you're doing with them. Obviously, making sure that if this chance is given to you, that you take full advantage of it. And by taking full advantage of it, you need to have your full focus in it. And having your full focus in it means that you are doing these things, that you are really like on top of what you're doing, and you are 100% locked in. So one of the important reasons you want to follow up with people is obviously so that they know that you obviously care, and this is something that is serious to you and important to you. If they see that it's a serious and important thing to you, then it's a serious and important thing for them. Obviously, if they see those things, if they see that, you know, you're just like half-assed with it, or like, yeah, okay, like, yeah, that's cool, but, you know, you're not really 100%, then they'll have that same attitude. So it's the energy that you're, you know, obviously giving in to receive out. If you're giving in all your full energy and attention to this thing, that is what you'll get out. You'll get that full, whatever it is, you'll get it back reciprocated to you, you know, just making sure that you're following up. But that is one thing I wanted to add that is very important to this topic, when you are striking the iron, make sure that you are maintaining and sustaining, and you're really replicating as well. Now the replicating side is more of like for like short-term things, like something quick. Maybe it's an opportunity to make some money or something, or an opportunity to, I don't know, like promote yourself or whatever it is. And it's like more of a short term. So replicating obviously is going to come with being able to look back at what you did right and what you did wrong, determine, have two sides of a paper, like, so I did this thing today, and what worked, what I think I did right, and what, you know, was the best part of it was this, and some things that I think I could work on or do better for next time. You put that on the other side of the paper, like, and write it down, like, I can probably do this, and this better, but today I did pretty good with this, and this, you know. So that's how you like replicate it, and then you work on those other things that need to be worked on, obviously. So that's one way to really replicate those things that you did. And a lot of times maybe you might not have that opportunity again, so even if you do take the opportunity, you utilize it, and it's not like a long term, it's just a short term. Try to replicate it how you did before. In most cases, you're going to actually have to put in the work this time. That was kind of just like the start for you to just light the fire under your ass. But if you just do it one time and you just kind of give it up, and you know, are focused on doing some other stuff, it's obviously going to leave you. So if you did something and it worked for you, make sure that you are paying attention to it. And another thing I just want to add in here as well, when it comes to like making the most out of this opportunity, a lot of it like is a few different things that you have to do to really, like I said, maintain it. I think really just going into it with a positive attitude to start will always be a good mental model. Like, this will always help with the outcomes and with the results. Even if you started off and it starts off slow, just having a positive attitude that eventually things will pick up, and whatever it is that you're doing will eventually get to the level that you wanted at, just with that obviously hard work and dedication to it. All things are going to start off slow like that. You're not going to gain any traction or anything until you know, obviously are really working, and you have some time into it. You know, wouldn't you like want to like build, wouldn't you want to get more knowledge on the thing, get more educated on it, get more aware, get more what's the word I'm looking for, just get more familiar with it before things start picking up? Because if you're not too familiar on what you're doing, and shit starts really picking up, you're not gonna know how to maintain it. So that's why I think it's important to just really like be able to familiarize yourself with, you know, maintaining this opportunity and making the most out of it. Like, really familiarize yourself with it, and you know, then once things start picking up, you'll be ready. So this is like kind of a preparation step. Yeah, that is like one thing that is obviously going to help you there. So yeah, go into it with the right attitude, the right positive mindset that this is gonna work, and if it doesn't, it is what it is. You'll keep trying and keep going, and familiarize yourself with this thing so that when things do start to pick up, you are ready. Another thing that I think is actually very, very, very important as well is to be asking questions, and really just trying to question everything, like making sure that you are 100%. This is part of familiarizing yourself, obviously. So really make sure that you are paying attention, you're asking questions. This is something that, this is another way to really show interest as well. It's really killing a few different birds at one stone, because one, you're showing that you genuinely care, and that this is something that, you know, you've been thinking on and it's been in your mind. It's not something that, you know, hasn't been in your mind or you're just not really thinking about. Two, you're learning more about what it is that you're doing, and you're getting your questions answered. You're gonna have questions whenever obviously you're starting something. Like, it's one thing I really learned, like, obviously you're gonna have a lot of questions. So when you're given that opportunity, you know, make sure that you are asking the right people the right questions too as well. So now you're learning more. You're showing that you're interested. I mean, and it's just a lot, it's more helpful to be engaged in this thing because, like I said, the more effort that you're putting in, the more energy that you're putting into it, is the more that you will get out of this endeavor, you know? So if you're really showing the universe that you really care, and you're going out your way to do certain things, and you know, you're really trying to learn and build off certain ideas, you will then receive more. But it's very helpful to obviously be asking questions. And it's kind of, I think another thing as well is knowing the right people to ask. You don't want to ask someone obviously who knows a lot about something else that doesn't necessarily have to do with what you're doing. You want to make sure that you're asking the right people the right questions. So when you're given that opportunity to ask these questions, make sure that you have obviously questions. One thing I struggle with myself is knowing the right questions to ask. Sometimes you might have a question specifically but don't know how to word it, or like the things to say to get the kind of answer that you're looking for. So one thing I am learning myself is learning how to ask better questions. That is one thing I can say that I think is actually going to be very, very helpful as far as like business and things like that, is knowing how to ask the correct questions. There's millions of questions to be asked about anything. You can learn anything, bro, and if you have questions, people have answers. So, and last but certainly not least, for like the last thing that I just wanted to speak on with striking while the iron is hot, forming relationships with these people, making sure that you have good relationships. This is obviously something that is very, very helpful because a couple of different reasons. One of the main reasons is you will generally do better business with this person if they feel more comfortable with you, if they feel like, you know, obviously you care and you're someone that they can trust. They will want to do more with you. They'll want to help you more. They'll want to give you the benefit of the doubt if you mess up on something, if you have a good relationship with this person. Another thing that I struggle with myself, which is why I'm sharing this here, these are things that I want to learn kind of and utilize more and more and more. But I think I have started to form better relationships. So I am seeing the effects of that, and I'm seeing how people will treat you differently if you just are able to be like more friendly with them. You know, obviously show them that you're trustworthy and reliable as well. If you're not a reliable person, if you're not trustworthy, if they can't, you know, break through to you, get through to you on certain things, if, you know, you're not friendly, then it's gonna be kind of hard for people to want to either do business with you or whatever it is. You know, they're gonna kind of see you just as like someone that you're just trying to get money off, you know, or maybe that you're just trying to use them to just make some money and stuff like that, which you might be doing. But if you have that strong relationship with them, they'll want to help you more. They'll want to give you more, obviously. If you have that relationship with them, it's like how, you feel me, like certain people form just relationships like with each other, like in the real world, just so it's like easier to do certain big business things. And you know, a lot of it is just being able to say like, yeah, like we can work together on this and things like that. So, but yeah, YouTube, that is going to do it for this video, y'all. I hope y'all learned something in this video. If you did, let me know in the comment section down below. Make sure that you are subscribed. Subscribe if you're new here. Like the videos. Doesn't hurt to like the video. Liking the video is free for me. And if you did learn something, showing that, you know, by liking the video, obviously that will make me see, oh, okay, people like this one. Then I'll want to do that more or work on certain things. You know what I'm saying? Let me know how y'all felt in the comment about this one in the comments down below as well. And I will see y'all in the next one. It's your boy Risk Taker. I'm gonna see y'all later.